Hi everyone, Brad from Sweet Vapes. Today I want to do a little tutorial. I just given a mod away in a contest, and they don't know anything about the mod or about using a bottom feeder. So I'm just going to do a little tutorial and basic run through an overview of my mods. Okay, this is your typical 18650 3.76 volt feeder. The doors are the opposite side of the plunger, normally the right hand side of the mod if you're holding it in your hand. This is a thumb activated, so the plain side here is the door. It slides downward to come out. It's held in with a few magnets that match up in here. This is made to accept an 18650 battery. Can be flat top or button top. Positive side towards the switch. For 6 volt vaping, two 123As will also work in here, stacked. Okay. If you are going to use an IMR cell, which most people know but not everybody, they are shorter than a protected cell because it has no protection circuitry in it. It says safer chemistry instead. So if you're going to run an IMR cell, it may not fit tight and make contact. This particular one does, but you may need to use a small magnetic spacer depending on the size of the battery. Drop it right on there, and that will take up the difference in space. Easy as that. Top, bottom, I don't think it really matters which side you put it on. So that's it for that. Use of the feeders. This bottle assembly does pull right off of there. There's a little stainless steel piece of tubing, and let's see here, you just push this right up and on it. Your plunger is just right there. That just in turn comes in and squeezes the bottle for you. When you get a new one, they are rather stiff to press, the plunger, to squirt the liquid up. So you may want to, take the bottle and work it a little bit, break it in. The more broken in it is, the easier it is to plunge. It will get a little messed up and scratched up from the plunger, like this already has. It's brand new, but typical. You clean these out. This does pull right out of here for cleaning purposes. It's just an O-ring on there. The tubing is rated to 275 degrees and autoclavable. Not that everybody has an autoclave at home, but and you just twist it right back into there and pull it up through. You'll notice there's a couple little notches, so if it's setting down on the bottom of the bottle, it will still take juice up and through there and not vacuum lock. So like right now I'm pull the tubing up to where it's about touching straight down in there, resting on the bottom, and you're good to go. When you tighten it up, it will pinch the O-ring in there and create a nice seal. You can take the bottle out to fill it. You could have a spare bottle with just a cap on it filled already, and just for quick easy swaps, take this one off and screw that one on, so you can carry extra flavors or whatnot with you on the go. Personally, I don't usually take it out to refill. I personally just take it and swing it, spin the cap off and fill it. You won't have to worry. This tubing is very flexible. It won't crack and break if it's bent a lot. It's really simple as that. You know, you would insert your battery after the fact, because you will not get this bottle out without the battery being removed. It's a tight fit in there. Any 306, 510 atomizer, 510 native thread. You would want to prime it first to get, you know, so you don't burn a brand new addy out. But there's your 18650 3.7 6 volt feeder run down. Very simple. This one in particular has a gloss coat. Hot water on a rag wringing out. Just a warm damp cloth will clean this up very nicely. I suggest not to use polished furniture polishes and stuff. You know, Howard Speed and Wax is a pretty good product, but most of your cleaners and cleansers for woods leave a residue and it winds up attracting more dirt quicker and faster. For the mini feeders, they are a little bit smaller. I mean, you know, it's an 18350, but as far as putting the bottle in and stuff, you'll do the same thing. You'll stick this right up and in there. Now it's a little harder to try and get out, but you can just use the plunger, which will push it out for you to where you can grab it. See that? You can swing it a little to the side and push the plunger to get it out. Very tight fit in there. So tip it, push the plunger, now you can grab the bottle and pull it out of there. You want to install your batteries after the bottle is filled always. It's not the right size battery, but just to show you, 18350 will pop right in there after the fact. Same operation. Door slides up and in there. One good pump on the juice bottle. It's usually enough to prime an atomizer. If you're using a cartomizer, which I don't, you could probably pre-fill the cartomizer, would be your best bet. And then when it starts running dry, give it a pump or two to re-wet the poly. One pump's usually fine for an atomizer. Cartomizer obviously holds a lot more liquid. 2-3 pumps, I guess. Same thing, variable voltage. I don't know where my little screwdriver is at the moment, but your variable voltage is just the same thing, running on 2 batteries though. There's a little hole right here. The screwdriver has a magnet and usually sticks and stores right up in the top. Which I do not have a screwdriver up here with me. They're all down in the shop, I guess. But anyways, the screwdriver will store and stick right to the screw post right here. And it will store blade down, stuck right in there. The blade will go in between the things and the handle sticks right to that screw. Simple, easy, and I don't know why I don't have one here to show you, but it's alright. For adjustments on your variable volts, you stick it in here counterclockwise down, clockwise brings it up, hold the button down, gives you your readout. Very simple, very easy. There's your quick overview. Most of my mods do not have a gloss finish like that one. They have a sealer applied to them, and then they have a carnauba wax coating. I do sell carnauba wax, a very hard wax. If you don't have a buffing machine, probably not going to work too well for you. You can use, I sell a mod care kit, which you will just apply. It's a beeswax and carnauba wax with a solvent base. The solvent is hot. It's a toluene solvent. It's got a stink to it, but it evaporates very quickly. That's the purpose of the solvent. Keeps the wax in a melted type state where you can apply it with the little buffing pad in there. You let it sit and harden for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then come back with a soft cloth and buff it out and buff all the excess off of there, and it'll give it a nice coating, protective coating, and shine, a soft luster to it. The clear coat, there's not much upkeep, but I rarely do that. Some people like clear coat. I personally don't. That's why I don't normally finish them with a clear coat like this one does. For the reasons being that, if you scratch or ding or dent this, you can take some sandpaper, sand it, re-wax it, you're good to go. You do that with the clear coat, you're bothered with, you can't just touch up a little spot and make it look good. You have to re-sand the whole unit. It could be a pain of a job for somebody who doesn't really do that type of thing. So, there's that. Another quick thing, I do make these pretty snug, as you can see. The door fits pretty snug due to the fact that different climates have different humidities, and wood will swell and contract with changes in humidity. So, if I send this thing to Arizona or somewhere in the desert or in another country, it may contract and be very loose fitting to where it will slide as easy as like this does here. But the magnets, this don't have the magnets installed yet. The magnets will hold the door up and in place. And if it goes to a moisture climate and the doors become stuck or too stiff to operate, try and dry it out. Bring it, a room with a dehumidifier, hair dryer, whatever. Get it to dry out. You will be able to get the door off if you dry it out good. Put it in the sun for a while, whatever. You may have to use 2 fingers and really push, to get it to come apart. If that's your case in your climate, take a piece of sandpaper, put it flat on a table. You'll notice the edges of these doors are beveled, you would take this on that fine grit sandpaper, hold it with the bevel flat on sandpaper, and lightly sand the two edges of this door, and it will make your operation a little looser. I only suggest that if it becomes a problem to be too tight. Make it too loose, it will, may cause problems with staying in if it's too loose. But you never know where it's going. I send these mods all over the world, so I try to make it a happy medium to where it will still function. If not, it can be made to function properly by the user. Anything else? I can't think of a whole lot. For those who don't know about feeders and stuff, it does have a juice cup in here on the feeder. So if you do overfeed it, the excess will come down into the cup, and as you're vaping on it, it will get sucked back up into it. And there may just be a drop or two left. These can be laid on their side. They will not leak out through the connector. If there's juice in the cup, obviously it will drip out. But if there's no juice in the cup, it won't leak sitting there like this. So you don't have to worry about that. I have found that it will come out a little bit during pressure changes and traveling on an airplane. Pressure change does force a little liquid up out of the bottle, not like squirting everywhere, but it does. Oh, there's my little screwdriver. This is a different one. This is a variable voltage with an inset tank, but right there. Normally I say that it would store just like this. This particular one doesn't have a juice bottle there, so I have room to just slap it and stick it to the batteries. This one has an inset connector for using my tank. But it works good, feels good. You'll notice there's an extra finger groove that is for smaller hands may want to choke up. Larger hands may want to, just providing an alternative grip for those who have different hand sizes. But there you go. There's a brief overview of the mods. And excuse me. And that was basically just meant for people who don't have a know-how of how a bottom feeder works, or how my mods in particular work. Now you can see standard size, index finger, thumb finger. They're made two different directions. Mini size. Basically rests on my pinky. The full-blown variable volt feeder, a little larger than the standard. In comparison to mini to the regular, about an 1.25 inch difference in height, and another 3/4 inch difference in height to the variable volt. So there you go. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but anybody has questions, I'm always willing to help and answer. You know, there's email sales@sweetvapes.com. Phone number on the site 810-412-VAPE. I do stand behind my products. Anything happens, just get in touch with me. Facebook, email, phone, whatever you want. If you call, please leave a message or I will not call you back. You know, normally just some minor repairs, this or that. Pay for the shipping, you're good to go. I'll fix it up. Major repairs, you broke it, it's in a million pieces. I'm going to charge accordingly for repair cost. I'll try to be fair about it though. Other than that, thanks for watching. Vape on, vape hard. Enjoy your day. Take care, guys.